Hello and very warm welcome to the channel. In today's video we are going to learn about the different kind of properties available in Swift. This is very important in terms of your interview questions, because in most of the interviews the question related to properties will be asked to you. So in Swift we have three types of properties: stored properties, computed properties, and type properties. So let's start with the stored properties first. So with stored properties, as its name implies, that stored means the value will be stored in a property. So if I go backward, what is property? Property are the values associated with a class or a structure. So for example, of the stored properties, let's create a class and we will name it user. Okay, a user has a property with name. Okay, so this is a stored properties, as it's just storing a name. Right now it's an empty string. So I can access these stored properties using user dot name is equals to Raghav, and if I run it, then you can see that this property name has user name Raghav. Okay, so this is a stored properties because it's simply storing the value. So stored properties are associated with class and structure. Now computed properties, for computed properties also, it's as its name implies, that a property that has a getter and optional setter to it is a computed properties. What in that computed property, some value should be computed, because it will not provide the exact values like a consonant. So here let's say where marks obtained is equals to 40 and where total marks is equals to 100. Now we will create a computed properties that will get us a percentage. So here we'll say where pass percentage, and it will return us marks obtained divided by total marks. Okay, and we will multiply this marks obtained by 100 in order to get the percentage. So here this is a computed properties. This pass percentage is a computed property and we can declare it as an int. So now here I can access it user dot pass percentage. So it will print 40%. So if we change user dot marks obtained is equals to 73, and then we calculate the pass percentage, then it will return 73. So this is a computed property because it has a getter and it's holding the value that is computed in respect to other properties. So now what are the type properties? The last question are type properties. So have you ever looked at this code, static let row, or you can say class name is equals to 10th. So this is our type properties because it is associated with the type. Which type means this class user. This class user is a type because it holds these values, and this is an instance of a user. So normally we call it an object. So there is a difference between type and instance. Type is a class or struct, but instance or object of a class or struct is called as instance. So here The type properties are associated with the type, not the instance. For example, this name is associated with user because I need to create an instance of an user to access this name. But for this type properties, I can access it using the class name or using the type. So a user dot type. So here you go. Or sorry, user dot type, user dot class name. Beg your pardon. So here you can see tenth. So this means that the static properties, the type properties share their values. So they can act as a global variable. So what the use of these type properties? Suppose in case of this, since I have different user, because in class test there might be 100 of students or 200 of students. So what if I create a simple store property for them, then I have to create 100 of instances for that. So instead, since they represent the same class, so I created a global variable that is associated with a user class, and that user class has a class name 10th, and that holds the data for only the 10th class students. So this is a difference between these three kind of properties.